Well, today on Common Ground, we bring you the magic of David Copperfield. And now your host, the man who we can't find any big adjectives to put in front of his name. That's why we just call him Bruce Amsterdam.
Welcome back, everybody. Excuse me for laughing at our own humor. Bruce Amsterdam, Common Ground, we're back. We have David Copperfield with us. He's on the line. Good morning. Is David Copperfield there? Where is he? You made him disappear. Holy cow, you're a magician. Nice going. We made our guest disappear. This is incredible.
Wait, I've reappeared.
Oh my!
I can hardly hear you.
Can you hear us now?
I can hear you. You're very far in the background, though.
Oh well, very good. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
You are an excellent magician.
Well, thank you. You're an excellent broadcaster.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
You really are. I mean, you have changed magic from a funny little guy in a cape and a hat to very dramatic and very evocative, very emotional. I like your specials. I think they're great. I thought the Statue of Liberty was out of sight.
Well, good, and it was out of sight.
Yeah, it really was. And it was. I didn't understand the trick with the Great Wall, but it was a cool thing being there.
You didn't understand it?
No, I was watching and watching. I mean, it was great, but I couldn't figure out how you did it.
Well, that's the idea.
If I can't figure out your tricks, I'm not that. I get very nervous. You know.
Don't get nervous.
I want you to go into politics.
Okay, that's.
I want you to
make you more nervous, actually.
I want you to go into politics. I want you to make all the bums and freeloaders in Washington disappear.
Okay, well, we'll put a man in it.
You have an excellent special coming up on Thursday.
I do, Thursday night, 8 o'clock.
As they say
CBS.
on another network, on CBS TV.
Yep.
Tell us what it involves.
Well, it's called David Copperfield.
Good, snappy title. I like that.
15 years of magic, because I've been on TV for 15 years on CBS, believe it or not.
The show's only a couple hours.
And I'm only 23, so it's pretty amazing.
It is pretty amazing.
I know, yeah.
You started as a child.
I'm actually 37, but
you've done good.
I've been on for a long time.
Yeah, you've done good. Let me ask you a question. You're certainly the top fella in the magic world. You're one of the most successful entertainer. You've transcended magic. You're an entertainer.
Okay.
You're one of the top entertainers in the world. People flock to your shows. I'm sure you're sold out in Vegas every night you're there. You're on television. You have a girlfriend. She has a very successful career. Why in the world, when the media wants to talk about you, do they talk about your personal life? Isn't it just a waste of time?
Well, it's kind of bewildering at some points, but then again, I think you look at Tom Cruise or a lot of actors who are unbelievably, fine at what they do, and Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
90% of the article is about who they're married to, who they're not married to, who they're getting divorced from, and these are people that are really talented. So yeah. I guess it's.
Well, you're pretty talented too. Don't sell yourself short. It seems to me that if the media can't get it right between David and his girlfriend Claudia, how are they going to get the foreign affairs right? How are they going to get the tax bill or the health bill right?
It's kind of interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is interesting.
Who's the real illusionist here?
I mean, it's so much easier to make up the stories.
Yeah,
I mean, if you've got to go, it's more fun. If you've got to rely on facts and investigations and standing outside your apartment to find out where you went and with who, it's so troubling. Just make it up.
Why not?
Yeah. Do you think it affects your relationships, or do you just laugh? Both of you just laugh it off.
So most of the time, it's kind of fun to watch, and occasionally there'll be something that's total nonsense that. You have to sit back and go, what the heck? Where'd they get that from?
Yeah. And then you just realize they just made it up.
Yeah, or you sue the hell out of them.
Yeah. Have you had to do that?
I'm going to, yeah.
Oh, you are?
Mm-hmm.
Over what?
Can't talk about it.
Oh, bummer. Really makes talk radio tough when you can't talk about it.
No. It's some utter fabrication in the tabloids.
Excellent. Because, as litigious a society that we've become, and people are worried about that, without the ability to redress these wrongs, I mean, you don't have to take it.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, when somebody says things about you in the media that are totally untrue, that piece of information, that false information, sits in a morgue.
Yep.
It gets brought up again and again and again. It sits in a file in a computer. And I answer the same question about the same non-truth 100 times. So before that happens, sometimes you have to be litigious, unfortunately.
I admire your stand. I think a lot of public people, and a lot of people in general, don't have to take it. While that there's without the, you're going to force them to be more win, lose or draw. You're going to force them to be more responsible.
Yeah, especially when they're ultimately when it's a malicious type of thing. Some things are just plain goofy, and you kind of let them go. But
yeah. I understand you just flew back in from somewhere.
I did. I just got back in from the American Music Awards, which I was a guest on.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Now tell us a little more about the special on Thursday night.
By the way, that was a very Garth Algar excellent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Wayne and Garth,
I better be a little
excellent. I like that.
Excellent. Yeah, well, I'm becoming younger too, just like you.
Well, that's it. That's a big trick.
Becoming younger. Tell us more about the special on Thursday night.
Well, it's all my
great
history.
tricks are
It's
you
the whole
going to do?
history of my career. It's all the illusions that
I've
done throughout my 15 years on TV. Everything from walking through the Great Wall of China and the vanishing airplane to making the Orient Express disappear and the Statue of Liberty vanishing to probably my favorite thing, which is to fly.
I'm going to send you a photograph. I live in way upstate New York, on the Canadian border, on the St. Lawrence River. And in the middle of the river, an eccentric billionaire who built the Waldorf Astoria at the turn of the century built a castle on an island he had blasted into the shape of a heart.
Oh.
And then he built a 200-room castle, like it looks like you'd see in Europe.
Where is this?
It's right on the Canadian border in upstate New York. And I'm going to send you a picture of this castle because it would be the greatest thing to make the castle and the heart-shaped island disappear.
That's great. Sounds
it's
great. Who
out
lives
in
there
the middle
now?
of the water, and it's just beautiful. It's a 200-room castle on a big island. Can you imagine they blasted this thing out in the shape of a heart?
Who owns this now?
It's owned now. I think the state owns it now, and it's open to people to see, like San Simeon in California.
Uh-huh.
And it's open for people to see. But this fellow built it. This fellow named Bolt built it at the turn of the century. To express the tribute of his love for his wife. It's just, you can't believe it.
And even she divorced him.
Well, I think it's even sadder than that. Hang on for a sec. We're going to go for a break. We'll be right back. We're going to talk to David Copperfield a little bit more. Then we're going to go and let him get a little rest and get on with our show. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the great Clintoni.
Hi, everybody. Like Copperfield, I'll never reveal any of my secrets. But most Americans know my secrets anyhow. Today, I would like to perform a new illusion for you, the listeners, with the help of my lovely assistant, Janet. Today, we're going to make all your guns disappear. Okay, all you lovely listeners out there, help me say the magic words. I'll feel your pain.
And guess what? What? Count his last name, Reagan. How many letters you get? 6. The beast. Look on your forehead. Look on your dollar bills.
What's that?
The one world government. E pluribus unum.
Right there. Yo, my name is Dave, and I get my kicks showing people my magic tricks. Well, I dress real cool with an attitude. That's why I lasted longer than that Henning dude. Soon I plan to risk it all when I challenge the forces of Niagara Falls. So stick around and watch it happen, because my magic's much better than my rapping.
Excellent. Very good. Welcome
Very
back,
old.
Very old. Very good. We got David Copperfield with us, the greatest magician of our times. Greatest illusionist of our times. You are a disciple of Houdini.
I am?
You've taken those Houdini tricks and illusions, and you've done them to a fairly well. Are you you've really led the genre in a whole new direction, haven't you?
I've tried. The Houdini thing is one aspect of what I do. He was more of an escape artist, and I do a lot of that kind of thing, but my magic I try to take into many different areas, kind of emotional areas, dramatic areas, romantic areas, and funny areas too. So
the mix is very nice. I remember that Niagara Falls. Well, you must too. I remember that Niagara Falls thing.
It was very wet.
Wow. By the way, where I'm talking about, the beautiful heart-shaped island, is not too far from there.
Is that right?
Yeah. No, it's just downriver. It's a few hours away. I'll send you a picture.
Cool.
What was to you the most, when you sit back and look at them all, which is the one that's the most amazing to you?
Well, I think vanishing the airplane was the first of the really big things that I did that was really, that I still look back and really enjoy watching. Today, flying is probably my favorite thing.
Yeah. You've taken up flying. It's a tremendous redistribution of the wealth concept, isn't it? You take your money. Hello? Whoa! We've lost the phone connection. Went up on CBS on Thursday night. I had wanted to tell him that our connection with that's all right. That our connection with David Copperfield is through our producer Billy, who once helped get him into a straitjacket for his act in Las Vegas. He had it half right. If he'd gotten Billy into the straitjacket, the world would be a better place today. Well,
hello.
Hi, you're back.
I'm back.
Oh, good.
You hung up on me.
I was just saying that our connection is our producer Billy, who once helped get you into a straitjacket at your act.
Oh,
and
well,
you had it half right. You had it half right. If you'd gotten him into a straitjacket, the world would have been a better place for you and me.
That's it.
Again, I want to remind the folks that it's Thursday night on CBS. What time is it?
8, 9, 10. 8 to 10.
8 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excellent. Well, I'm going to be looking forward to it.
Yeah, get your videotape rolling.
And I wish that you would seriously go into politics because you could make the bums and grifters disappear from Congress, and we could get this country straightened away. You travel around the world.
I do.
People tell you things, how they feel about us?
Absolutely.
And what do they say?
About what specifically?
About this country, about how we're doing, or what they think. They ever talk to you about politics?
They do, and I think basically in Europe and in Asia and South America, there's a lot of respect for us, actually.
Yeah.
Obviously little incidents come about that criticism comes into play, but I think overall, pretty proud to come from here.
Yeah, well, we're all pretty proud to come from here. Let's take one call, and then we're going to go off to break and let Mr. Copperfield go back to his activities. Who do we have there? Steve, how are you?
Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning. We have David Copperfield with us.
Mr. Copperfield, good morning.
Good morning to you.
I was wondering if you're going to do any more specials after you do your 15th anniversary here. Or not the do your big special here.
Yeah. Well, it's actually, you're right, it's like an anniversary special, a retrospective, which is why it's 2 hours. But, this is just the beginning. I ain't finished yet. I've only just begun. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next.
Well, we're going to look forward to all of them. David, thank you very much for coming along with us. I hope that you sue these guys big time. Accuracy in the press is something that's very important to me. I mean, it transcends politics. It transcends everything.
I know. Hey, overall, they've been pretty nice.
I guess they have, but I hope that you prevail.
Tiny things are nuisances. That's all.
Yeah, I hope that you prevail, because if they can't get it right about one illusionist and his supermodel successful girlfriend, Claudia, how can they get it right about anything else? You know what I mean?
That's pretty interesting.
That's very good. Thank you so much for being with us, folks. David Copperfield again. Thursday night on CBS, 8 o'clock. I love to watch his shows. I don't mind blatantly suggesting that you watch it also. They're dramatic, they're thematic, and they're interesting to watch. Well, excellent. Thank you very much for being with us. And his words can't be ignored. If the press can't get it right about one fellow successful in show business and his girlfriend successful in her career, how are they going to get it right about anything else? Bruce Amsterdam, Common Ground, Mayhem in Media, and the Madness on Monday. We're going to be back.
And over in Italy right now, an old acquaintance of mine. He's just off stage. Let's all say hello to David Copperfield. Hello, David.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
My parents are here with me. They love you.
David, before we get into some stuff that I know you want to talk about, and we want to talk about, I know you remember entertaining at my daughter's birthday party. You do remember that, right?
Yeah, yes. How many years ago was that?
1,000.
1,000 years.
And you asked me a question, which, of course, probably blown out of your mind 1,000 years ago. And I'll tell you how I answered you. You said to me, Mr. Ellery, how do you invent a joke? And I said to you, David, how do you invent a magic trick? And we both laughed and walked away. But you were very good, and we have pictures of you, which I will extort money from you in terms of millions of dollars because you were a little kid and you were just great at the time. How you doing, David?
I'm doing great. Yeah. I'm doing really great. You know, I remember the experience because I was very nervous at the time. I must have been 12 or something like that. And, I'm going to a big star's house and taking $5 out of your pocket to the show.
Now, cut it out. I paid you 15.
You did not. You've got an imagination. $5.
And I don't know if you know this, but the fellow who recommended you to me has passed away. His name was Mike Q. He was a magician, and he died last year. At any rate, congratulations on the engagement with Claudia. The whole world is applauding that. And I understand that you got yourself a little anger at somebody. You want to tell us about that?
No anger. It's, you probably read about it in the papers. There was a book going to be written with supposedly some of my secrets in it. What happened was I contacted the publisher and we initiated a lawsuit because the secrecy agreement had been signed with the author and me. He had come backstage to interview me, not about my secrets, but about magic in general, the history of magic and so forth. And I gave him an interview about my life, and the next thing I knew it, my picture on the cover of a book with the emphasis being on exposing my secrets, which wasn't part of the deal. And since he had come backstage, he had to sign a secrecy agreement like everybody has to sign when they come backstage.
Let's see if I understand this. This guy worms his way backstage to get an interview, and of course he sees all the apparatus and everything, and then he says, wow, I got a way of making some money. I'll just write a book about David, blow his magic experiences, because I've been privy to what nobody else is privy to. There's something unscrupulous about it. If not illegal, it sure is unscrupulous.
Well, I'm not sure what he saw backstage because the explanations in the book were not accurate, the secrets that were supposedly being revealed. So I got a copy of the manuscript in the course of the lawsuit, and I made a challenge to the publisher. I told him I'd drop the lawsuit if he got a magician, and if he found a magician that could be an impartial judge, to look at the secrets in the book and look at my secrets, which are the real secrets that I would reveal. And if what was in the book was accurate, the challenge was that if they were accurate, I would let them print the book. I would let them print those secrets in the book. If they were inaccurate, then they'd have to delete those things and the lawsuit would be dropped. Well, he agreed to the arrangement, and they are abiding by that, and they've dropped. All the secrets were inaccurate. What was released to them were inaccurate guesses, and the book will be published, but without the secrets of David Copperfield.
Yeah. They are amazing, those things that you do. I'm going to ask you for one little secret, and you don't have to tell me. When you concoct these things, when these elaborate and wonderful things are dreamed up, are you the dreamer? Is it all yours, or is there somebody do you have a crew that helps you? How does that all happen?
Most of the dreams are mine. The inspirations come from my dreams, from all around me. I do have a crew that I collaborate with, and we design things, much like, it's very Disney-esque, you know. You have, a person that writes the piece, and then you have many people developing those pieces, and I'm there every step of the way, obviously.
Yeah. I know you're very tired. You just come off stage. By the way, not only are you being heard across America on this network, but tomorrow morning, since I still do a New Jersey radio show, with your permission, I'm going to play this on the air, and they'll be hearing you in Metuchen, New Jersey.
All right. It's my hometown.
Yes, it is.
I went to my 20th high school reunion a few months ago, and it was really great.
Isn't it amazing how old everybody else got?
It's amazing, yes. And they have less hair.
I went to, I think it was a little bit more than my 20th. It was my 30th or 35th, and I walked into this room, and I said to Mrs. Ellery, "We're in the wrong place. Who are all these old people?" Yeah.
Actually, they look pretty good, to be honest with you. They all looked really good, and they all had kids, though. I don't have any kids yet, and I will. But they all had kids, and it was interesting to see what happened to everybody. Most of them were doing really, really quite good.
Yeah. I try to avoid the icky stuff, the People magazine stuff, but everybody wants to know, or said to me, "Ask him when he's getting married." I hate to do this. When are you getting married?
Well, there's no date set, but we're really enjoying our engagement, and,
Yeah.
Great, yeah.
You got your mom and dad with you?
Yeah, they're traveling with me now all over Europe. I'm in Italy right now, and they're eating a lot of Italian food, and we're about to go to London, so it's pretty exciting.
David, always a pleasure to talk to you. By the way, I will see a very good friend, I think is a very good friend of yours. I'm going to the Rutgers Temple game, and you know who the biggest Temple fan of all is, don't you? Bill Cosby?
Oh, is that right? Yeah, I used to be his opening act.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
He sure is. At any rate, thanks so much for taking the time after your show. If we can ever help you out on this Coast to Coast network, you let us know, and God bless.
Thank you.
Okay, David Copperfield. And thank you to my producer. Bill, come on board with me. If you are. If you're there, so I want to applaud you. I always scream at you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
I scream at you every night, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You forgot to ask him about the limousine.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Okay, let's tell the people. I knew there was something I forgot. Let's tell the people what happened.
Well, in the article, I got the article if you
Okay, what happened was David makes things disappear. And in Italy, what disappeared? His limo. It was stolen, right? I blew the whole bit. But that's what he didn't want to talk about. That. He wanted to talk about the...
well, I know, yeah, but here
book.
it is. It says, abracadabra, first you see David Copperfield's limousine, now you don't. The car's manufacturer reported the $400,000 vehicle stolen from the Grand Hotel in Milan, Italy. The media reported Tuesday.
Yeah, that's baby stuff.
It's baby stuff.
I wanted to talk about Claudia Schiffer.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, you did very fine, Bill. Now stop bothering me. Go back behind that board. Turn that microphone off, and don't ever talk to me again because I can't stand you.
Are you going to charge me $5 for that now?
Do you believe that? I paid him $5? Oh, well, did you hear him call me a big star? I was a giant. What happened? What happened? Good grief, I think I'll go pout while we take a commercial break here.